Hello, my name is Marsha, and you're here in the mix here at the Pulse of Portland. I want to introduce you to my co-host this evening.
I'm Janae.
Y'all know me, Miss T. We don't have Sarah today.
Right, yeah, I know Sarah is still on leave.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
She'll be back next time.
Sarah. Right. But we have a wonderful, wonderful guest here at the hot seat. He is Grammy-nominated musician who is phenomenal. We listened to him yesterday when we hosted another One Web Day down at Pioneer Place. Please a round of applause for Patrick Webb.
Thanks. Thanks for having me on the mix.
Yes.
In the mix. In the mix, on the mix.
All over the mix.
This is great. This is great. You guys are pretty spontaneous. Because this happened, it was not too much planning. I think yesterday.
Right. Something like that. We were on it. We were on it.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you for coming, definitely.
Great to be on the show.
So you guys remember when I was talking about my friend who's moved into a new place and her aunt's boyfriend helped her move in.
Oh,
Yeah, this was a story. Patrick wasn't here. She has a little issue with,
So
needs a little
Good.
advice.
Yeah, so to finish it up, okay, so he moves her into the apartment, or for those of you who don't know, my friend moved into a new place. Her aunt is married, and she has a boo on the side. And her boo moved my friend into her new place. Sugar daddy. Well, they're the same age. So I guess he likes her. He's always asking about her with the family, asking, where's she at, what's she doing, all this stuff. So I guess the aunt got a little bit jealous and thought, was already suspecting something. So
I would too. I was suspecting something the moment he helped her move into the apartment.
Yeah, why you helping?
Why you helping?
Did the aunt know?
Yeah, the aunt said, well, my friend told me that her aunt is the one who said, can you help my niece? Can she use your truck? But listen to this, okay? So
Put the stuff in your face.
What kind of place is this? Is
it's just an apartment.
Downtown?
It's
This is a nice apartment?
it's just a regular
Catch me up on
apartment.
this.
It's a regular apartment. It's not like
This is
top
like
notch
a hotel at the Ritz.
No.
It's not across the street from the cemetery either. So
All right.
What's that supposed to be? So anyway, so she so the niece was I was over her house. I was doing her hair. The niece was talking to the guy, and I guess he wanted to take her to the movies. So
sugar daddy wants to take her to the movies.
Okay, call him
How's
sugar
that work?
daddy.
Is she just hanging out at the apartment and just waiting for his call?
Or is he just hanging out the apartment
Is that
because
kind
he
of how he
paid
rolls?
the rental fee or something?
No, he wanted to take her to the movies, and she was saying, well, can you ask my aunt's daughter to go? I guess she didn't feel comfortable. And she was like...
Instead of her.
Well, no, to go with them.
Okay.
Because she didn't feel comfortable going by herself.
She didn't feel comfortable.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So she said, I guess he wouldn't call and ask if the other niece can go. And she was like, please, I can go to the movies with my uncle. So she got off the phone. I was like, are you scared to go? She said, yeah. So she found out what time the movies started or whatever. I guess he came. They ended up going not to the movies, but out to dinner.
So a little bit more.
Tell me about that part of the story. How'd you go from this
I need
to
to know
the
the end. I need to know what happens last. I'm one of those people.
He's like, how did you get from
How did you get from the movies to
So
dinner?
she called me and asked me what kind of nice restaurant is out. I said, I don't know.
Nice. I mean, it's just your uncle. Go to Christopher's.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
They sound ghetto.
so she was telling her, what was I saying? Okay, so they ended up going out to eat to a Chinese restaurant. The next day,
But they were going to a movie.
they didn't go. Well, unless
they were driving, and he was like, let's
he
go
was
out
like,
and eat instead. Okay.
I guess so, or they missed the movie, a time of the movie, or something.
Why'd you miss that movie?
Everybody that's spending too much time in an apartment. So the next day, the aunt calls and is cussing out my friend and asking her what you doing with my man and all this stuff. And my friend was like, I wouldn't do that to you. You should need to trust me. I'm not such and such. I wouldn't sleep with your husband or your boyfriend or something. So I guess it's happened to the aunt before. So I understand how she feels if it happened before.
Yeah, exactly. With the same person? The niece?
No,
Oh,
it was
member?
another family member. You guys know the girl, but we won't talk about her.
Okay.
I'll tell you later. But so she slept, I guess the other family member slept with the aunt's boyfriend or husband or whatever before. So, I kind of feel how she feels on that. I was telling my friend, I wouldn't feel comfortable with going somewhere with my aunt. She said, well, this is not the first time it happened. I always go someplace with her friend, my auntie's men friends and stuff like that.
Well, that's not okay.
That's not okay because honestly, it's the girl who got her rent paid or whatever. That's the one that's going places with your quote unquote the aunt's boo or whatever because she's out of pocket.
Yeah.
She was out of pocket. The aunt was out of pocket for even asking to help in on that one, and she's out of pocket for going anywhere with him to begin with. This whole situation sounds messy.
Yeah. It does to me, and I told her I was like,
she don't need to be going with her aunt's male friends. That's not her uncle. At the end of the day, it's not her uncle.
And they probably are sleeping together. I'm sorry, they are. She's lying.
She's telling you
she's a tramp. Are you still friends with her?
Yeah.
Ew.
I mean, I was just with her today.
I'm just kidding.
But yeah, so I told her how I felt on it, and she's pretty good about taking advice. If she want to listen,
do you think that she's sleeping with him?
No, because
Is she watching the show?
I don't
we'll
know.
ask you when the cape is off again.
No. I'll tell you the truth. If she was sleeping with him, no, I don't think she's sleeping with him because I mean, she's just that type of person. She's like
she's trying to get some money out of him.
She does that with guys, but not with this particular one. I think if he volunteered to pay her rent or something, she wouldn't try to turn it down.
Does she really like him?
No. She said he's
just going
old.
with the flow.
Yeah, and she's just liking it that he likes her, and so she's taking advantage of that.
So how old is he?
He's in his 40s.
How old is she?
She's same age as me.
Okay, that's out of pocket.
So young for
Oh, these days, that's only good.
I mean, but she would.
Old as she means under 25.
But she's the type of person she would even though I'm sorry, but if you had a
go ahead and use me.
I mean,
I got something to say. So
if you had a boo, you do kind of, yeah, you do got a boo. She would talk to him, as far as that goes, and she likes the fact that a guy would want her. She'd be like, I can't help it that he, wants me.
I'm so irresistible.
No. She's that type.
And he's like one foot in the grave.
No, because if I put myself in this, I'm the girl, my boo is paying my play cousin's rent. No. And my boo is going to dinner with her? Hell no.
And he said they talked on the phone. They talked on the phone.
I'm serious here. This is serious business. I wish somebody would.
And so I guess they talked on the phone.
I'll be on the cover of Busted.
She was asking him.
Smiling.
She was asking him, why you start all this trouble between me and my family. And he gonna tell her, well, you was giving me the eye and all this kind of stuff. She's like, I wasn't giving you no eye.
But she was when she crossed that line to go to the dinner, she gave him the eye before he even did it. So she said yes. He already took it for that. She didn't have to give him nothing.
And I told her, the aunt and the girl, are they blood related?
They're blood. They're moms and sisters.
Where's the mama? Where's the mama?
The mama, she said the auntie drinks a lot and is a drunk. So the mama, she's telling me her mom is like, she always tricks like this with all her men, she's always like that.
Okay, on a male's point of view, what do you think's happening?
Yeah.
What do you think's going on?
I'm no expert in these situations. I'm just trying to keep up. I'm just trying to connect all the dots and, keep everything.
Does it sound like something's going on besides paying the rent?
Well, you just can't tell what's happening behind closed doors.
Oh my gosh! Answer
just don't
the
know.
question. Yes or no?
It sounds like something might be happening.
Yeah, somebody might be dibbling somewhere.
Does he have a key? Because if I'm paying rent,
she went and made an extra key today. I don't know if it's for him or for her boyfriend.
Yeah, she had a boyfriend.
See, this is why
I'm confused. I'm like you. I lost it.
Please listen to me. This is not acceptable. One man, one woman. If you are going to cheat, break up with who you're with and sleep with everybody. Fine, wear a protection. But don't be with one girl. That's BS. Man, is she your friend? Did you tell her that it was wrong?
Of course.
Did you just be like, girl, that's wrong? Or was you like, girl?
No, I told her how I felt about it.
She told her.
I told her how I felt about the situation. First of all, I wouldn't go nowhere with my uncle, period, even if he was my blood. I don't go nowhere with my uncle. I'm 20. I'm grown. What it look like going to the movies with my I don't. But that's just not my type.
That's not me, though.
The movies, but I go out to dinner with my uncle.
What if you see something, you out in the movies, what if you see something that's inappropriate? You don't want to sit there with your uncle. They up there kissing and touching. You don't sit there with
I
your
don't go out
uncle.
with just my uncle either, unless my uncle was like my dad and he was taking me out to teach me about, talking to me about a man, or talking to me about my uncle. I've never just went out with my uncle. Maybe my uncle and my kids, or no.
That's what it kind of sounds like. That's kind of why I want to defend nieces and uncles, because I have an uncle who is cool. I love my uncle. I can go to the movies with my uncle. I can go to dinner with him. I can go do things with my uncle. It doesn't necessarily mean that that you can't hang out with your uncle, but this isn't my uncle. This isn't her real uncle. That's her real aunt, and that's her aunt's boyfriend, which makes it the uncle-in-law out of pocket.
And they haven't. It's not like they've been together since they've been a little kid. It'd be different if she grew up like my aunt. My aunt by marriage. My uncle and her been married before I was even born. That's different. You know what I mean? That's my aunt basically. She's been through all the family, kids, and everything. But this is somebody brand new. No, some fishy.
I don't. Yeah, it's not right. I think you
some floating in the
watch
water.
the show. If you're watching the show, quit playing and quit being nasty.
You guys are messed up. I know. So speaking of couples, I guess we were kind of on the couple subject. What's up with these celebrity couples? Who was it? Lamar Odom and...
Oh, you hear about that? Lamar Odom and Khloe Kardashian getting married?
Is that Greg Oden's
They got married?
Is that Greg Oden's
No,
brother?
that's Odin. Odom and Odin.
Oh, I didn't know.
Oden, Odon. Yeah. Oh no.
No, he's
actually
not bad.
He's
He's
actually
not
not.
bad.
But they just got together and they're getting married on
Has
Sunday.
Khloe kicked her drug habit?
We don't know, but supposedly she's supposed to be pregnant.
That's retarded. Why do celebrities do that? They rush. I mean, is it just something to do?
It is
because they're
They
bored?
asked him. They asked him yesterday.
publicity.
They said, "Are you guys in love?" And he said something like that.
He's just getting bored, huh?
Yeah.
What?
He's just getting bored.
Something like that. He said it was at the time in his life where he knew he needed to settle down, and she was the first person who came into it.
But that's Khloe Kardashian. This is not.
So you're
Kim.
I mean, all of them are.
But at least I will pick Kim over Khloe.
Right. I mean, I don't.
they're all
everybody
cute.
deserves
What do you
happiness,
think?
and I mean, he's a millionaire, right?
Yeah, I've been married for like 9 years. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, so you
Yeah.
did you
That's
just rush
kinda
right
how
into
That's
it?
kind of how I roll. No, we were. I believe in long engagements. So you get to know somebody.
How long were
Yeah,
you
I feel you.
Probably like 4 years.
Okay,
You know,
that's good.
I guess.
that way you know what's up.
Right. Well, then don't we?
You know, no surprises.
How is celebrity life for you?
Oh, celebrity life. My life's involved in music, so I'm always traveling, and just I'm going to Japan in a couple of weeks. I'm going to Vegas this weekend, and I just started a new ticket company. And
Is that hard for your wife?
well, she comes with me. Like if we go to Milan, Italy, or something like that, she'll go with.
Right.
No, if you go
That's what's
far.
up.
Yeah,
You look cool.
that's cool.
You're not gonna be like I'm going to.
But if
Italy.
like
Yeah.
you're in
Yeah,
the
you
States,
can't
she
go.
doesn't come.
No, well, she comes sometimes, but we're
She's
both
only
really busy.
irrational.
If it's just like a one night thing, I'll go by myself sometimes because it's not that fun if you're just living out of a suitcase.
Yeah. Is the temptation hard with the women?
Oh no.
I mean, we're in the mix.
Yeah, in the mix, it's always out there, but I'm happily married, and I found you gotta be the right person. You gotta find the right person, but you gotta be the right person.
Yes.
as well.
So that's the key. I know I sound like a square on it.
No, seriously,
no,
though, you're
no,
so
no,
real though.
that
You got to
sounds
be
great.
the right person.
You do, because
and
some
some people
people-
are not the right. We had this discussion the other day.
Right.
Some people are not marriage material. There's nothing wrong with that, but there's some people who are just not meant to be married.
Right.
Well, you can't be drinking, smoking, and doing crack and expect to have a great relationship.
Oh, then I'm done. My life is over. No.
You never hear about people saying, I started drinking, I started smoking, and my relationship is getting so much better with my wife, and my SAT scores are going up. You just never hear that people saying,
Oh, that's it. Really though.
I started drinking, I'm feeling so much better. No.
Wow, that was what I needed. That box.
Yeah.
What's up with
Yeah,
Nelly
yeah,
and
yeah.
Ashanti?
Nelly and Ashanti, that wasn't going to last very long either.
They didn't
That
last?
wasn't-
I thought they were still together.
No, I heard they weren't.
Oh, really?
I heard they weren't.
Oh, I'm lost, girl.
Well, I thought they was. He was looking good in the magazine.
He's supposed to be my cousin.
Oh, okay. No. Okay, so we're going to take a break, and we'll come right back to In the Mix.
In the mix.
That's why I think people shouldn't be in relationships at all. I don't think anybody is mature enough to handle this.
welcome back to In the Mix. We're chilling here with my lovely co-host and our lovely hot seat guest, Patrick.
How you doing?
Hey. We were in some deep conversations about some celebrity couples and the Khloe Kardashians and the breakups and makeup. And what is up with this Lindsay Lohan? Do y'all know who Lindsay Lohan is?
Yes, we know who
What
she
is
is.
up? Why is she on every with the Samantha chick? If y'all don't know who Lindsay Lohan is, it's Samantha Ronson. Just yesterday, she broke into her house. So
Who broke it to whose house?
Samantha broke into Lindsay. They go back and forth, like literally, like.
But they live like next year.
Yes.
They live like next to one another.
Yes,
don't they?
like TMZ be on the outside of them. And Lindsay, I seen one. TMZ was out there live. Y'all know TMZ be having everybody out there just a live camera. What you doing? Why you can't get in, Samantha? Lindsay's out there throwing stuff out the window.
They got a key to each other's house, don't they?
Yeah. So they are crazy.
I didn't know they were back together.
It's like an off and on thing. They're like,
They're confused. They don't know what they want to do.
Like I feel bad for her because she is the confusing one, the Lindsay Lohan. She's really messed up. When we're talking about drugs and all that, with drugs, she is messed up. I don't know what's up with her.
I seen on one magazine about how it was her and her sister. They were talking about how she's teaching her sister, like, is she being a good role model for her sister?
Yeah, and all that kind of stuff.
Heck no.
No, she is so broke down.
Absolutely
And
not.
that comes to Whitney and Whitney.
That's
She
a nice
got off her
picture.
drug. Yes.
That's a lot different than that other picture.
Yeah, that picture's airbrushed. That one,
This was a before.
So what is, oh Lord.
that one was in Busted.
No, it wasn't.
She was getting,
The actor.
she was getting in the car with Ray J on that first.
I don't care. She should have got out
She
the
looked
car.
better. She looked better when she was with Ray J.
You know, she should have got out the car. How about that?
You know what?
She should have got out the car in the
She should have
rehab.
never married Bobby Brown. We knew that. We knew that.
She seemed too
Did you see him?
bougie for him
He
anyway.
was just on VH1. We corrupted each other's life. Stop.
Only reason why he's opening up is because she opened up.
How's she doing now? How is Whitney doing?
She's
now?
doing that's a
Amazing.
picture of her now. She's doing great.
amazing.
She's
She
on
looks
the cover
beautiful.
of Ebony, or she's on the cover of Ebony.
Yeah, she looks phenomenal.
So,
actually.
she's so incredible.
Yeah.
Such an influence.
Yeah.
You know, people are always going to come back to Whitney.
Yeah. Was she an influence in your career?
Right.
Well, she just influences everybody. All the beautiful music she's made, and every time you hear her voice, it's just
it's
touches
amazing.
your heart. So you can't help it. You can't help it. Can't help yourself.
Is there a lot of that pressure in that line of work, though? That music pressure, a lot of that drug pressure.
That's your job. It's just a choice you make. It's just a choice you make. You either choose to embrace it or you choose to walk a different road. And so, it used to be everybody was, there's like cocaine on the set and all, like before my time. But now people are drinking like bottled water. They're trying to stay on the straight and narrow because the music business is like the Olympics. If you got to stay in the top 2%. Otherwise you just aren't getting any calls.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of them. Well, she's making a comeback. You guys think she's gonna hit it? You guys think she's gonna make it?
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
Always. Everybody's
She's
gonna
Whitney.
She's destined to make
She's Whitney.
it, back to the
She's
top.
been
And
down for a minute though.
for a long time. For like a long
They said that
time.
her album is good, but it sounds like any other artist. It doesn't sound like Whitney Houston, the Olympics. Remember when Whitney Houston was blowing at the Olympics?
That's
They
because
said
she
that
was on all
doesn't-
them drugs.
Who's
They want her to
producing it? Who's
bust out.
producing her new record? Do you guys know?
I know
not
Clive.
up on
Clive,
it.
of course,
is-
yeah. He's the one that brings her back up and anything. He got
But she's
her
still
everything.
Whitney.
Got
She's
her-
still Whitney.
Turns to
She's
gold.
still, we're happy to see her out of wherever she was in because we know and saw how beautiful she was, and then we saw her go downhill.
You're always
And now
happy to
she's
see
back
somebody
up.
come out of darkness and
Yeah.
light.
Do you really
And
think that was?
she's so beautiful.
Do you really think that was Bobby's fault?
Or
was
No,
it?
not Bobby's fault. I
They
feel
both
I think
had
it was
part.
his influence.
Yeah,
I think he influenced because he was doing a lot of that stuff before she was, and I really think he introduced her to a lot of that stuff.
But how long were they friends or whatever before they even
How long have they been together?
married or moved in?
Well, I heard from a couple people who used to kind of live down in California, be at the Apollo and things like that, or be in New York and all around. They said that back in the day, Whitney Houston used to hang around with the whole New Edition crowd. Just she'll be the only girl, and it'd be everybody in New Edition, loud in the front row, at Apollo, kicking it. And basically, Whitney said that everybody portrayed her as this little diamond princess because of what her mom portrayed her as. She said she never was that. Behind closed doors, she never was a princess. Yes, she went to church, she followed all the rules, but she said that when Bobby came into her life, it was like, hey, it's time to party. He brought it out. He brought something out in her that was already there. He just brought it out. She said that she always had it in her. So she said it was both of them. He didn't put no gun in her head and say, take these drugs. She was grown when she did that. So when she seen that, she knew what it could do to you. Yeah, he had a little bit of influence because that was her husband. Like she told Oprah, that was my husband. That's why I did it. He was my husband. I was married to him. And with that old school, that old school value, you walk with your husband, you lie, you live, whatever, so that's how she felt, that whatever her husband did, she did.
So if your husband wanted to shoot somebody and kill somebody and
we can talk about that next. There is a show called Carla like that, where her husband did make her do all that kind of stuff because that was her husband. So a lot of people do things for their husband.
I'm glad it's a different day. I'm
so
glad.
glad.
I'm so glad it's a different day.
Well, that's the new Whitney right there.
Yeah, and she's gorgeous. She's beautiful. Her voice is not ever going to be, bodyguard type,
Do you think it's different?
Oh, it's definitely different. It's more a lower tone, more of a raspy, but it's still very nice. Her vocal cords are not as
I think she's at a point in her life, too, where she's calm, she's cool, and she's settled. She's like, you know what? I've done drugs, sex, rock and roll. I've done it. Now I just want to sing. And her octave level is definitely just like mine did.
Go ahead, sing.
No, you didn't.
But I think she's calmer and she's at peace. And she sings like she's at peace. Like, I'm cool right now.
She's walked down so many roads.
That's kind of scary to me. That I don't know, maybe I'm just me. It just makes me think of death. Because she's like...
Are you thinking about your apartment?
What happened?
No, I'm thinking about like she's calm and she's cool now. Now she's just waiting to go. She's waiting for the angels to come take her. I don't know. Maybe
she's not dead.
But it's
Glory.
She's just waiting.
I don't think you should take that apart.
She's sitting back just calm, cool, and collective, though. I mean,
She's
been there, done that.
But you've seen her on the awards when she was on crack.
Yeah. I want to give it out to the
You
king
the
of
king
pop.
of pop. Like, you ain't the king of nothing.
She was up
You're
there
the king of pop
She
tart.
was shaking, arms was
Just cracked out. She came out
She
all.
was on BET Awards. She was like, "Woo, Bobby!"
Elbows
Now
was
she's
clapping
like,
too.
"Hey,
She
y'all,
was just
go ahead and give a shout out
to the king of something.
A little snot right there and everything for the little snip.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was back. Yeah, I remember. I remember just everything.
It was that picture right there. She's coming out the awards.
Yeah,
With that furrow.
It is a little light right there. At least she still had her little wigs and her little makeup on, though, no matter how cracked.
There's some worse pictures that you've seen some worse pictures of Whitney. I'm glad she has come out of her hole and she is doing good.
I do.
I'm so happy
she's
she's back. That's really great.
Raise the roof on
It's always who's on board. She's got getting the right who's on board around her again, and she's gonna.
Yeah, the nice people. And she said that they said that she said that she didn't think she could sing anymore. And Clive was the one that told her that please,
vitamin
I can
D,
take it out of you.
He was trying to give her the drugs.
Yeah. They said her mom came and pulled her out that house with a court order. That's how she started getting into rehab. Her mom told her it's time to go. And told Bobby.
Living with Bobby?
Yep, and told Bobby to move, and the sheriff would drop him right then and there. Told him, and they left.
A mother's love.
Mm-hmm. How soon do you move in with somebody? This is kind of switching it up. It just came to my mind. How soon do you, if you find somebody you want to be with, how soon do you get together with them, move in with them?
How about you guys? I'll start with you.
See, I don't know.
See, that's because I kind of got that going on right now.
Yeah, you speak it. We in church. What you speaking?
What do you think? A year, 2 years, 6 months? Where do you guys start?
Did you say a year or 6 months? We know somebody who moved in within 15 days.
Didn't even know what
15
he looked
days?
like.
15 days. Met him on the phone. He was there a week
What
later.
do you guys think?
There ever
What do you guys
since.
think?
Me personally, I haven't lived with a guy in a long time, at least 10 years.
And why is that?
10 years, really, Marcia?
Because the first one was raggedy.
Are you sure it's 10 years?
And I have not lived with a man since the last person I lived with was Sierra's dad.
Maybe stayed the night a couple times, I guess. We'll talk about that later. I'm all lost.
Yeah, so.
Are you in my business here? No, but the last time I don't live there because I take my bag and I leave. But I haven't lived with anybody in about 10 years.
That's right.
And when I did move in with him, I only knew him for maybe 3 weeks.
Oh, okay.
I only knew him quick. I knew I didn't want to be where I was at, and I know I just wanted to be with him and love him. Now, it was for all the wrong reasons. It's just strictly sexual now that I think about it. Yeah. But it was one of the worst mistakes I had ever made because he switched up the moment I moved in. The moment we started living together, he totally switched up. It didn't last more than a year. It didn't last a year at all. So I think that's one of the reasons. And it was abusive. So that's another reason why it's taken me so long to move in with somebody else because that trust factor it's hard. So I've been that one that moved him in or he moved in 3 weeks after we met. We're going to live together and have a family.
Yeah,
and
live
it's
happily
going to be
ever after.
good. Did that tell you to come home?
Yeah.
You know, and then
Damn.
stuck. So
So do you think there's a time? Do you think there's a time, like a
time
certain
frame?
amount of time?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
no.
I really do not
I think
know.
you need to get to know the
I
person
mean,
a
it
little
takes a
bit.
while, don't it?
But what's the
It takes a
time
while
frame of
'cause
getting to know somebody?
You got to get to know, what your boundaries are, what you're comfortable with, before you just like.
How long does that take?
How they are in the
For your-
morning.
yeah.
I think that honestly, I would give it 6 months to a year. I would give it 6 months to a year
So
before
that's
you
your
just
time frame, huh?
move in with them.
But how can you tell?
That's what
Because
I'm
you
with
don't.
you.
You're not gonna know what type of person they are until you move in with them.
Exactly.
That's true.
But you just don't want to
Exactly.
move in the third day. You know him. That's
No, not
retarded.
that. I sure
Not like
agree with
that,
But
But,
why?
you know-
What's wrong with time? Time is precious. Give it time. If he wants you and he'll want to be around you, he gonna wait.
Because see, but even after a year, sometimes you don't know that person. People be finding out 10 years that they look
That
like
they
a
don't
serial
know.
killer,
Right.
Or the Green River
Right.
Killer or something. So even after that time, you don't know. I don't know if it's actually a timeline on knowing someone. I think in the first couple weeks, somebody gonna show their true colors if you with them every single day. If it's not letting down the toilet seat, if it's not taking out the garbage, if it's not cleaning up, they gonna show you that. So at the beginning, you don't know. I was watching like Steve Harvey, and Steve Harvey, he had a different take on relationships because a lot of people said when you get with somebody, you shouldn't let your child meet that person right when you get with them because you don't know if you're going to be with them. He said it's the opposite. You want your child to meet that person because your child can read them before you can. If
Oh,
you
wow.
don't catch it with your child and connect right away, he got to go.
Well,
Why
they
you want to
got
wait
no
3-4
child.
months after you've been with him for that long, then brought your child in? No.
Well, I feel like she is talking to me. Like you are not talking to nobody else. But
You didn't
me.
give us no eye contact.
Right, she is in my ear. Well, sorry.
All right, okay.
No.
But I feel you on that one, though. I do. I totally
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah. So.
No, that's a hot topic. Maybe we need to pick up that topic.
That's a good topic.
So where can we? Yeah, where are you gonna be performing at next?
See, I'm going to Vegas this weekend. Playing with Gino Vanelli. I had that hit. I Just Want to Stop.
Yeah.
And then I'm playing. Then right after that, I'm going to Japan to play Bobby Caldwell for like 20 dates.
Wow.
So in Osaka, Tokyo, Fukuoka, Nagoya.
You are amazing.
My mom was born in Japan.
They have. I wanted to see what.
My mom was born in
Oh, really? Oh, wow. Is she
Do you have a
still there?
MySpace?
Japan. She was born in Facebook.
If you guys got any friends in Japan, you let me know. I'll put them on the guest list. Yeah.
We know.
It's beautiful. They really treat
Give
you
them,
nice.
MySpace, Facebook.
Sure. PatrickLamb.com. And you can search me on Facebook, MySpace. And I have a new company, TicketsOregon.com. So we're doing all the ticketing for the Waterfront Blues Festival and different things around Oregon.
International.
Something to do
Everywhere.
in Oregon. Wonderful.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for
on In the
coming
Mix.
out. Definitely.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys.
Come back.
Thanks
And
a
we'll
lot.
see you next time on In
I'm
the
grateful.
Mix.
All right, In the Mix.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bobby Brown. I mean, there's no amount of money, there's no amount of fame that can make up for bad decisions. Again, I just don't think people should be in relationships at all.